things. One is that Stephen Harper's image of the Conservative Party has suffered. He's no longer as strong a brand as he once was after being in power now for nearly a decade. And the other is the party remains stuck at the low 30s in terms of the public opinion polls, and that's kind of their core support. So I think this is an effort to try to appeal to those people who are liberals and have switched to the Conservatives and might be looking to switch back to say, I am listening, I am not perfect, but we are the party with the best plan, and we really should look at the record of the government and not focus on me.
The NDP has arguably had the most difficulty during this campaign. Where do you see them going in the coming week?
Yeah, it's really interesting, isn't it? Tom Mulcair had great success in the House of Commons as an opposition leader, but less success on the hustings and trying to convince people that the NDP is both ready to govern, but represents that real change that has dominated much of the discussion between the New Democrats and the Liberals. So I think that he needs to sort of set out this thing that even though he's promising balanced budgets like the Conservatives, that this is a party that through its child care plan and its $15 minimum wage for federally regulated workforces, these are things that can be done, that can be affordably done. And if you want real change, I do represent that, despite the difficulty that the Liberals are presenting to the New Democrats by having a platform that even is more left-wing perhaps than the NDP's itself.
And finally, the Liberals, you talked to Justin Trudeau this week. Any indication from him as to where they see themselves moving forward?
Well, clearly the Liberals have had the most gains in this campaign, Martina, and I think the attacks on Trudeau and the Liberals will increase in the last week of the campaign. From the interview, a couple of things that stood out for me. One is that he continues to say, for example, that he's for trade, but he's not necessarily for this massive TPP deal that was just negotiated this week. He says things like, I believe that we can develop a plan to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, but he wouldn't tell me during the course of the interview with the House what the targets are that he's trying to achieve. So I think on a lot of those levels, the Liberals, because they're newer and their Liberal leader is newer, that they have had an opportunity to get through this campaign without the same kind of scrutiny that's been subjected to both the Conservatives and the New Democrats. So expect both Tom Mulcair and Stephen Harper to pick up on that theme and to really drive home the point that the Liberals are not ready to govern. They don't have a plan that is workable or affordable.
All right, Chris, thank you.
Okay, Martina, thanks.